I will talk to you a little bit about today from my background first, so then you know a little bit about me as a person. A lot of people watching stuff online. I always into fighting, showing some stuff, but people don't understand why I doing like this kind of thing and who I am to become I am today. Okay, so I take you back a little bit of who I am. I'm half Vietnamese, half Chinese. My mom is Vietnamese, my father is Chinese. So I live born in Vietnam. In the North Vietnam, the place called Hon Cai, Quang Linh. That's where I'm born, where I come from. And that time is sort of like Vietnam have a problem with China. So like the internal war. So they want to get rid of all the Chinese people out from Vietnam. And my father is Chinese. So in my family, we have 4 people together. My mom, dad, and 2 brothers. At that time, I'm quite very young then. And because of that time, they want to get rid of all the Chinese out, like the refugee out of Vietnam. I supposed to be one of them, come with my father and my 2 brothers go as a boat people, as you know that in England, on that time, in that time, okay? So we sell everything. The whole, my family sell everything that we have to getting gold. Because you can't take Vietnam money to go out because nobody care about Vietnamese money. It don't cost you anything. It don't worth anything. So they're buying a lot of gold so they can take in different countries. They can trade a lot more easier. So that time I was supposed to come with my father into my brother away. But unfortunately, we can't afford it. So my father buying enough space, 2 space to have the rent a boat, like 200 people in a boat, big boat, 200 people go there. Away, try to get away from Vietnam because Vietnamese want to get rid of everybody, especially Chinese, out, not allowed to stay in Vietnam. So we have a very bad time then. That time, my dad go with my brother away on the boat. And time I live in Vietnam. On that time, I supposed to be going, but I can't because I got to stay at home. And the government don't really want me there. Because only one family have 1 kid allowed there with a mom because they don't want to let you go everyone and leave the mom on itself at home. And then I'm living a stay-at-home, locking the door behind there, like try to go with my father, can't go, stay there. And my father go in a boat with loads of people, 200 people. Time and time, I sit there waiting, say, what's going on? You know, stay at home and the door is locked and don't really know what's going on. Then loads of people, Vietnamese people, they don't like you half and half, you know, half Chinese, half Vietnam. They come to your house, they chuck things in your door, break your door down, and come in and try to beat you up because you're not allowed to be in Vietnam, because you got to get the fuck out of Vietnam. You're not allowed to be there. Then I get home from after when that happened, my mom is get stressed out, you know, selfing, nothing left. We live in a very small house, very poor. We haven't got nothing at all. Everybody, me and my brother live in a small room and eat there, live there, and everything. They're so very poor. Through that time on my journey, when I'm very young, I'm getting a lot of bullying throughout by you half and half, not accepted. The kid beat every go down the street, you look like Chinese. What are you doing here? Boom. Go home bleeding. Mom said, why are you fighting? You know, I go work, come home and you're fighting, get bruising and everything, home and like that. I said, I don't fighting. I go out and they don't see me, they hit you. Then they kick you. And then they kick you. That's it. It just made you very, it's like, it's not one, you know, one joint, stuck in one joint, and then I go home. Live that my brother very, very young. I don't know much. I'm old a little bit. I got to go do a lot of tour at home and helping the family. So my background is not very good, very, very young age. Family separated. Mom, dad go all away. Mom at home. Never got a time with my mom at all in Vietnam. Never time got speak together in sitting in one place, eat together. We don't have this kind of luxury where we are in Vietnam. So I got to stand up to become more strong a little bit, to look up my brother. Every time I go out, my brother, they come along, they hit you. And not just hit you. They got a stick and they just whack you one another. And then you walk, and then boom, you hit you in the head like this. What the fuck going on, you know? Every time you go out. And sometimes people see my head now. It's like, why you got so much scar? I got no idea. Because people hitting, smacking, and throwing stone. Go to school, the same thing. I have to move different school in Vietnam, different places. Because every time I go to school, never get a chance to learn. That's why my learning skill is very, very low. Because I never got a chance to study at home, study in school. Every time I go to school, they see you in school, just separate you one side, you stay here, and then you learning. You're not mixed with the Vietnamese people together. You don't mix, you stay that way. And then they don't spend time with you. It's just like single you out. And every time you go, you're in a break time, anything break, and they just find a reason to beat you up. Throughout, I have to move different provinces in Vietnam. And then when I getting time, my dad, all the time we listen a lot of different story about boat people going on a boat and a lot of boat being break, too many people drowning, dying. A lot of people dying. When people dying, only most of people interesting in this half of the body and look for anything on them. When the strip would go out and the body's into the feed into the fish, that's it. And every story come back and said, shit, man, I'm lucky. Feel like I'm so lucky that I didn't go with my father. If I do go, I'm dead, finished. Time and time I hear that. I said, like, life in Vietnam is shit, so many things, every day like, it's no good. So I have some news. One time that somebody sent us a letter, news that my father get into Hong Kong, sent us a letter. So we have the letter, say they're alive and good. And then after when they done that, they get refugee to UK, as known as the boat people. As you probably look at boat people a long time ago, loads of people come to UK. My father want to go to America. It's bigger, got a lot of things going on, but got no chance. They come to UK, and then after that, we got some information back that the family able to go to UK to live in a new life, better. And it gets so fucking exciting, We get in the morning and I don't care what people do. Punch, come on, hit me, punch, and don't matter. I will not see you not anymore again, because that's it. I'm finished, I'm going. But that time, I'm getting more like don't really care much about things, in life, you don't really have much, you don't really care much, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not here anymore now, so I want to punch on a fight any day, fighting every day, we fighting every day, all the time going to shit, punching, kicking, carry knife with me all the time, carry thing with me all the time. And one time I have a big car accident, I still got a bit of bad back, sit there talking about things with some friend, have something to certain gangster come along, get a big kind of rock, whack on my back, and back problem. Throughout that, still got a little bit of problem to when it age now, and become very angry. I hate every fucker out there. Truthfully in myself, I just hate people in general. I just hate them. Anything come along, say certain thing is annoying me. It just made me angry about people, So why people got to be like this, Why people see you and why I look different or something, That's how to picture up. So we have a good chance to come to UK. I said, so excited to go to UK now. It's a new world. People so beautiful over here. We see many good things about UK, about people come over to Vietnam to work there and see a lot of them. So think like it's a very good world we live in. So we fly to UK. I fly instead of boats. I'm very lucky. I'm flying over with my mom. First land to UK in London before they put you in a place to make sure you got no disease. Like isolate you on one side, no disease, put you in a place. Very nice. The first time I ever see the slow falling down. Everything is so good, so beautiful. I said, oh my God, this place is so beautiful. I love it here. And then I give you Coca-Cola to drink, sweet. Never drink any sweet stuff before, And then give you Mars bar to eat. You know what I mean? The first time I ever see that sweet and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is beautiful, And you get addicted to that shit. So then I go see my dad back to my home, live in Felixstowe. That's where they're all Vietnamese section to be in that one area at the council house. First time my dad is a chef. They come to UK, become the chef. He's cooking in a restaurant, work very long hour, try to survive because he can't able to do anything. So that's what the best thing he would do. And then when he get home, he cooks something to eat. We have something to eat, and then we sit there as a family, first time ever together as a family. After we talk about things, I don't really understand much because I don't really get on my mom in Vietnam because we never got time. When I get to UK, I don't get on my dad either. We don't really talk very much. I don't get into my big older brother because he spent too much time in England and I in Vietnam come over. It's like the guy know a lot of stuff and the guy don't know anything. So it's like we're very separate. And I got a little bit younger brother. I don't talk to them at all because they're too young. So literally on my own. Now we have the first day at school. I remember when I come to first day of school, I go to the school, not very big, quite small school that we go to. First time I go to toilet, go for the piss. Because first thing I come to UK, we normally piss. We go to outside. We just piss. We don't go to the, we just piss. I just, we don't know. Because when I come to here, I don't understanding the how England really work. So one is a place there that got like water for pissing and the long one for pissing. So a lot of people go piss there and I got a little bit of water and I thought, So I just go for the pee there instead. I don't know what they're using for. Nobody explained to me. Getting very new to me, And then some guy come and push me straight down there in the wall. My face slap in the wall. After that, and I turn around because I get so thing in Vietnam all the time. People put me up. And then I turn over, try to fight with him. 2 person grab hold me, slam me in the goddamn toilet. And then on the toilet there, I have a seat. That's the first time I ever see the fucking toilet, got a seat there. People think me. Because in Vietnam, when you go to toilet, you go in the goddamn there and you go like this and then that's it. You turn your thumb and then you wipe your ass and you walk away. So that's how we work, We sit there, put me in the toilet, force my head into the toilet, and then kick me down. And first time I ever smelled piss. And I will remember that. Because in the time when it go full, when I start drinking beer, I can smell the piss like that. That's how it remember in my head, So I get beat up like that quite bad. Teacher come along, ask me why you smell like that? Why you wet and your face mess up? And I said I just slip and fall over because that day it's a bit snow. Slip it fall over. Oh, and then put me one side and then fix me up a bit. And they said, oh, okay, you can go home a little bit early now. You get injured. So I go home a little bit early. And at home, in Chinese, at our family, we love martial art film. We're watching also different film in like story film, a lot of Chinese martial arts, so many of them. Bruce Lee is one of them. I don't know if I talk about that, but Bruce Lee is one of them. We're watching a lot, Enter the Dragon. And I see the guy, very small. And he coming in and look at people the way, look at that. And I started coming, giving some look. And I start to give them that a kind of 1,000 stare, I thought, fucking hell. This is the guy I like. I want to be something just like that, when I stare at you, like I fucking stare you to death, Like, you're gonna die, So I love the way that present himself. Much of the skill, but I don't understand much about skill, the way he presents himself as a person. Because when I'm young, you got to look at where I'm coming from. It's got to have much of the childhood. So I attracting in a lot of dominate the person, very dominate, attracted them kind of thing. So I watch a lot of stuff. And then my hair quite long then, little bit. And sometimes when I go to school, that time you see a lot of times they tie the fit of that, like digital Chinese. So I wear the pencil, like flip the pencil to school. So it look a bit different. Don't know why they wear like that, but we go in the school like that. Look, some of them, a group of people, the gangster, the group of bullies see me like that. And I go and pick on you. First time coming in, the same guy put me in a toilet and made me drink this fucking piss. Picked me up, and then they making a small stick, and they got a little bit handle like a hammer, but it got like soft stuff. And I, walking along, I'd go whang on my head. And I turned around and said, just going around, don't see it. And the next thing you get a stink bomb. If you go to school, you understand, youngsters, stink bomb. You know what stink bomb is, yeah? It fucking stink. Then it chuck at you and made your whole thing. I said, what the fuck going on here? I don't know what stink bomb is. In Vietnam, we don't deal with that kind of stuff. Anything we want to put on some people, get a dog shit and fucking put on them. We don't put stink bomb, I don't know what that is. So, my friend asked, why you so smell like this? And I said, I don't know. So just put it in and you don't note it. So I go home. My dad see me. Why you smell like that? Why you like this? And then because every time I go out, we fighting all the time and stuff like that. My dad come home, see me, and he get finished work from restaurant very late at night. Quite hard work. Come and see me, then I get a belt. And some of you probably know. They go slack. That means they're gonna fucking smack you because you come in over here. You should have a good life. So you go wang, 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 hit me. bashed me up a bit and then said, you don't come to this country and create trouble. I don't create trouble. You know, I'm just a normal person. That just pick on me somehow. That just pick on me all the time. So when I started understanding life is shit, I don't spend time at home, not enough time at school, never got time to learn or anything like that. It's so bad. Every time when I come back, I have to sleep underneath the bed. Because every time my father see me, I'm going to get some smack in. And in my house, in my family, I'm the one that don't got no education at all. So bad. And then hang around a lot with my friend. And in doing a bad thing. Gangster, group around people, hang around them, doing a bad thing because I don't know any better because that's where I come from. I just hang around them, do whatever they do, go and mess around people, beat them up, whatever. We just hang around with that side. And then after when I learn a little bit of understanding about some skill, I was just messing around. So one day, I just remember this all on my head. I in a room where I go to schools that time, it's in a science class. You know, in science class is good because I can cut the fucking animal up. And then to see what inside. Because the amount of heck I got on people, I want to fucking cut them up like that. But the problem is, your anger in this kind of thing, you just play with things. So my science teacher always say, you know, one day you're good to become the doctor, cut people up and see what inside because you just love it, you know, pull the gut out and then show your friend, look at that. This is like, you know, just see that you have that kind of thing, that thinking like your skill should be like that. So I waiting in a corridor. And then the group of guys come along and said, you're fucking chinky. You should go back to your country. I know what chinky really is. Do you know what I mean by chinky? Spit eye and stuff like that? Yeah, chinky. Go back to your country. And then I sit there and I said, look at me and I said, did he talking to me? I don't know what the hell chinky is. I don't know what all this thing is. Then they started to come around, grab hold me, force into the wall, and then start to slam in the wall. My head switched, Poi jump up, smack around his face, down the floor, boom, the stupid nut. Next thing I know, he's the guy, one person grab my shoulder, turn over. I tried to hit him. The school teacher, sit you there. Take me out, no fighting. Take me to the room. Sit there for a bit to quiet them down. Next thing I know, one headmaster called, you got expelled. I don't know what the expel really mean. What expel? I don't know. You go home early. Okay, I go home early. So for quite exciting. First time I smack somebody fucking face in, you know. It's so good, feels so nice, you know. So when I get home, sit there, no problem, no. Phone ring. Brother pick up the phone because only my brother speak English. That well. I got expelled. He didn't talk to me because I don't speak to my brother very much because every day we fight each other all the time because we just don't get on. And then he told my father, big problem. I get beat up, go home at night, finish. He come back home, get more whipped. So at night time, I have to sleep underneath the bed and try to don't stay home very often. So that time, it's got to be stay at home to when they tell you can able to go back to school again for quite a period of time. So I hang around all my different people. So I hang around with the basic friend of mine. Everywhere we go, we dealing with people. He come with me all the time. We fighting all the time. I don't know any martial art then at all. Nothing to do with martial art that time. Then this friend of mine, he knew very good at martial arts. He introduced me one of the master close to where I am. Then he introduced me to him. He said, come along to this school and then see what you learn. And then I come along. That time I quite like, naughty boy. Very like the gangster coming in. And it looked like him and just like, what the hell, this guy, Chinese guy, not very tall. And this guy look at me, like stare at me like a fucking thousand stare. Look at you like that, up and down the bottom and see, is it this guy, look at you like very, very gangster kind of mindset, like sign me up. And I look at him and I said, okay. And he come out and he pull out this pack of cigarette, pick it up, put in his mouth, flick up the lighter called DuPont. Ding, the Chinese always use that. Ding, and then he's lighted. And I thought, fucking hell, this guy's like, he's no. And I said, so what are you going to teach me? And I said, hit me. So I come in and hit him one, walk in, hit him one, and he blocked the hand, grabbing my body and smacked me right on the face, right on the neck, boom, like that, down like that. I said, down like that. And I look at my friend, I said, look at him like this. And he said, what the fuck that mean, like that? Do you know what that mean? And then I can't come up, and then I see what he do. Kick him one, he pull me on one side, the leg come out. Grab both my arm in the back like this. I still wouldn't remember that. I used quite a lot of that. And then he elbowed me, slammed me into the wall like this. Come back, half of my face scratched up pretty bad. And then see him there, slam it to the door there. Down there is all the training gear, training bit and pieces. And I got a stick and hit him. He blocked up, elbowed me one, put me down, and then put the knee onto my shoulder, pretty bad like that. And I said, do you want some more? I will give you some more. Do you want some more? And I sit there, feel ugly and hurt and pain and stuff already. And I said, no. And they said to me, I love that. You know, I don't know, I got a bit of upset of people dominate you, you know, like more people want to hurt you or control you. I like that kind of stuff. So I said, fuck yeah, I want that. Can you teach me? I put my knee down and said, can you teach me and stuff like that? And they said to me, this place that we're going to teach you is not a normal martial arts school. It's not anybody can come here. And people come here need to have the right kind of mindset to be here, to learn. And everybody come here to learn, they know they're going to get beat up, get fucked up, and get bashed. That's what you hear. And they're there, they all know that why they're here. But here, I'm going to teach you something different. And he said, if you want to learn anything, you need to understand it is 4 basic principles, the mindset. And I said, what are those then? He said, the most important thing you need to understand in this principle is number 1, the purity of your intents. The focus of your will, the level of your awareness, and the most important thing of all is the quality of your character. If you understand these 4 basic things, we can begin. And I sit there that time quite young. What the fuck does that really mean to me? I don't even know much about Vietnamese, Chinese, not alone in English. What does that mean? I said, it doesn't really matter. When we can start, how much it costs? I can steal some money, and then we can start the lesson. How much it costs? And I said, okay, the first thing tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the morning, meet me at the park. Then we can start. And I will talk to you personally a little bit, find out about you, and we can start. I get exciting, body speed ache, so adrenaline, and you don't really feel your body ache anymore. Get your ass back home, then get ready find the morning, and get up morning, it's like you start to feel it because the adrenaline's gone down, and you feel, oh my God, take the clothes off, bruises everywhere. It's like pretty bad. I said, God damn it, if my father see me this, it's going to be more bruising, you know? So I cover up quickly, sleep in the bed, and then my brother, quite young that time, he's, you know, normal people at home sleeping, they're pissing in the bed at night. Do you know that? A lot of them? Do you come across that? This is the big problem. They piss on the bed and it goes down to the floor. While sleep down there, what happened? It stings. It so stings that I got to keep on to it. And then what happened is when I get there in the morning, way up very early, can't get sleep, way up very early, try to get into the park. Go and get in the park, I sit there, waiting for it, sit there, and said, 5 o'clock in the morning. What happened? Nobody here. So sit there waiting because I get injured a bit and getting hurt. I lie down to the bench. When I lie down to the bench a bit, I fall to sleep. Till 7 in the morning, he turned up. Black car, Mercedes, ran up, straight in front of me. Boot, and wake me up. Mercedes 2.5, 16 valve Cosworth car. Then I look at it, black. Most of Chinese have that kind of style. I drag me into that. Yeah, look very nice. Door open, he walk out. And then first thing he did in the morning, that's what the Chinese do. Smoking, drinking, and gambling. That's what they do, every single one of them. First thing on them, flicker a fag, put it on his mouth, light the thing. I always hear the goddamn ding, and then smoke, and then he coming in, and he said, so what is why you here, you want to see me about thing? And I said, I really want to learn. You said you tell me come at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why you come in at 7 later? That? And this is the first thing. Purity of your intents. Do you really want to learn? Do you really want to be there and learn something? Even through all this hurting, you turn yourself up here waiting. That's good. That's when it starts. Everything we do is through the test. That's what we teaching us, the test, each thing you're doing. Then the focus of your will. You're understanding the basic focus of what exactly you wanted to do. I wanted to be just like him. Yeah, tracking him this kind of thing. I just want to be like him. Walking in like that and try to sight people up, you know? And then the level of your awareness. The level of your awareness needs to understanding is everything around you to be aware whatever you're doing. So you can able to learn and absorb everything. And the quality of your character. The quality of character, he's turned around and said, because you're quite good. You don't want to fight back. You don't want to do anything. But because bring you here to want to learn, try to defuse, try to control of the situation you're in. And then he said, in this training here, I'll explain to you a little bit more about what we do here. If you want it, you can start learning. And then he said, to learn anything of our stuff, is anything happen to you all the time in your goddamn life, doesn't really matter. What is it? Time, place, and the method of attack. This is the basic principle that happened to you, whatever happened to you in your life. The time is in your goddamn lunchtime, you go to the toilet. Place is in the toilet that they're going to attack you with. Method, it fills them, slam you in, and make you smell piss. And that's the problem. He explained to understand a little bit, so you can understand the idea. Then he said, in our training, we have a 4 basic things in the street fight to learn. The first you need to understand is, know yourself. If you don't know yourself, the movement, the basic technique, you cannot control your enemy. Because your enemy, you need to know who they are. The gangs, they belong to some gangster. Who are they? You got big brother, you got small brother. Who are they? Who they got? Know your enemy. If you don't understand about your enemy and awareness, they're going to mess you up. When you're sitting down, like happening with me in Vietnam, sitting down, my own business, and I get my back broken. And then the third thing is know your ability. Your ability is when you're learning something, to do the movement, can you in control? You can bang and elbow him and break his face, and then you go to jail. Or you can control them, put him in the certain places that he's not going to fight back, and put him in a submission that he done to me. The fourth one is know your surrounding. Every time you're learning from a martial art, that's what it's talking about. It's not in a normal martial art school because you got open space. Nothing around here that will kill you. You won't be able to fall in a sharp object and you're going to get killed. When you're outside, anything that you're going to do, like it happened to me in the toilet, it's the same basic rule. You got object, we got optical, we got so many things around us that create problem. So know your surrounding is very important when you're learning. And then the last thing he wanted to tell me about on his training stuff is surprise, speed, and violence of action. Surprise is exactly what happened. I go for the piss. He come in with surprise, shove into the wall. I didn't know what's going on. He surprised me. Speed, they're going so fast I covered got a jump to even turn around and facing the person. They forced me into the toilet. Violent action, that's exactly what they do. Loads of them coming together, hitting, punching, and shove my head in the goddamn toilet. Everything you do in the system, everything you do around what he tried to teach me, it's based on this method. If you're understanding this, then the training will be very, very good. Then I asked him, so what sort of thing, what is it called? What is it? What's Kung Fu this? It's fucking different to me, never heard this before. I said KT3. K stand for Kung Fu, T for stand for tactic, free, everything come in free. Free thing to able to, anything, it come in free. Okay, it come in free, so that's the package. So I spent time with him, learning, and he said to me the most important thing, everything you learn every minute, it will be testing every minute and see you worthy enough to work together as a team and able to work with your brotherhood. What's that mean to you? You have to think about that one. And then we spend a bit of time training with him one-on-one. He explained to me all the basic concept of the body, the movement of fighting. Okay, how the martial will helping you to understand. And then he low into a lot of philosophy into the martial, how that can relate to the real world. Then after when he teaching me all that, then he take me out to a lot of different operations, work together with him in different things. Learn with him for a while and learn a lot of different things into the martial, self-defense, close quarter. Everything we learn into the basic concept of real life fighting. Okay, everything to do with real life. Then after when I training a lot of that with him, then I got back to school. I got kicked out from school, coming back. I spent a lot of time working, go around to different places. Learning, the first thing I'm going to learn is learn to eat because I need to survive. I can't go home, so I need to eat somehow. And then when I'm understanding that, then go to the restaurant, learn about the restaurant work in a restaurant, learn some cooking I apply a lot of concept of what I've been learning. And then after when I'm learning that, I move into open my own restaurant, own takeaway. Then when I open my own takeaway business, restaurant business, then I'm taking a lot of students want to learn with me to want to join because they want to do side by side. And I want to cut everything very quickly so I understand because it got take too long to talk about this subject. And then what happening is I got open space. So a lot of people come to join and then use the same method that he's teaching me to show them students for free, to helping them to overcome this gangster and everything else. Then when I done that, my love in martial art is always love martial art. I don't like cooking very much, so I sold all my business, opened my school. After when I opened my school of martial art, then somebody walked in my door and said, if you want to spread the word, 2 things you need to learn. 1 is writing book so people can read, understand. 2nd, you need to have something video so people can learn, so you can more over the world. So first thing I do, I started doing video on VHS, then DVD, and then now I go online at YouTube, and then put everything on YouTube. That's where I am in YouTube. Now, when I'm in YouTube, it is meeting and teaching many different people I come across with. Many people like work in military side, normal people, human being, anyone and everyone. Okay, I cater for them. But every time, every people I catering for, I'm using the same method and apply to them whatever skills they need. Okay, that's what I mainly use in our system, and all our stuff I teaching online, go online is talk to people a lot online. I just want to have fun. Okay, I just want to have fun, have a laugh. That's why online I want to make things a little bit more exciting so people can understanding more about it. When it comes to training, to understanding, then become a lot more easier for me to teach them as an individual person. As the first time I come to meet one of my Master Lee, okay? Because he need to see you as a person one-on-one, to see what your problem is before he can able to help me. Because if you come in a class with open everything else there, nobody can help you because the message is not related to you. Okay, so on YouTube, that's what I do. And we got a lot of things online. People love it, people like it, and I'm getting king a lot. And the thing I say to people all the time to learn for my mistake and what I do is try to be yourself a little bit and really don't give a fuck about what people do. Because you cannot control what people are saying and what people are thinking. Even though till today, loads of people online still have a go at me, doing whatever, in a real life. Okay, it doesn't really matter. The matter really is talking. Okay, one thing people need to understand. Talking is not going to hurt you. Okay? Physical is what hurt you. So it's not physical, it doesn't really matter. Talking, you can talk. You talk, where the fuck did you talk? Up my backside. Because I'm not listening. Okay? If you physically come into my face and give me boo, give me rubbish, then I will teach you a lesson. I will tell you how that's supposed to be. Okay, but in the physical side, that's what it's taking. But it's into the normal side, it doesn't really matter. Close your ear. People said, yeah, it's hard. Close your ear, walk away, that'll be fine. But physical, you can't. It's face to face in front of you. Okay, so this is why the martial art teaching me to become who I really become, is to changing the thought and mind. And now I try to helping a lot of youngsters have a lot of problem, a lot of bullying problem, confidence problem, whatever problem they got, to understand it. I said, it doesn't really matter. You know, you go out and do whatever you love. You live one on this world with everybody else in the world. So they are take the same space that you are. Okay? They breathe the same air as you, and they live in the same space. So it doesn't really matter. As long as physical to you, it doesn't really matter. Okay? And physical, that's why you learn the self-defense, defend yourself. If it's normal, leave them. They can bloody hack you to death. They're the one that's raising all their life and energy away, not you. So this is the message to everybody and to learn that. Another thing, my master, last thing he tell me, I learned a different learning for different master. I'm learning self-defense. I got 4 masters. One for self-defense training, close quarter. One of them is Tai Chi for mind and mindset and meditation and movement. And then I got people to dealing with weapon, dealing with different things. You know, I got 4 masters teach me different things on it. And one of them, he always told me, last thing he said to me all the time, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Make sure to put your life in a particular way. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. You got to apply everything you do in your life so you can become a lot more better person. Okay, thank you all for today watching and listen to me talk, and good night.